It seems like 70% of the drops are the bow, so let's go ahead and talk about the bow. And kind of a small pattern, Bungie seems to be placing pretty strong and unique combinations for bows on the lightweight frame. And we saw it with Tyranny of Heaven, Raid Weapon, Dragonfly Incandescent. It's strong. You have to deal with the damage of the lightweight frame, but it carries its weight because you're spreading Scorch, and it wants to keep spreading Scorch. You can do more and more, cause ignitions, and then you have the AoE on top with Dragonfly. It does great. And to break the mold of a powerful bow because the fast reload was the non-denouement, the new raid bow. So archers, Volt, whatever you want instead of archers. It's a hard-hitting precision frame. Immediately lock in Volt Shot. It's awesome. But this is yet another lightweight, the Fortunate Star. And it feels like with some of its perks, there's a reason why it's a lightweight. It comes in as Void, and it does have Void things, and we're going to talk about those. And hopefully this is going to be a pretty quick review. I'm not sure too many of you are going to use this. There are some things to explore though, and we'll talk about those. The 2 origin traits serve it really, really well. First, you have Dream Work. Once per reload, assist or assisted final blows partially refill the weapon from reserves. But the main thing is bows receive a faster draw time. And then we have Vice Stinger, damaging an enemy with this weapon, you have a small chance to reload. Main thing, bows receive a faster draw speed. So, pretty simple. If you're playing solo, it'd be Vice Stinger. If you're playing with a team, it'd be Dream Work. In the end, the lightweight frame is something that you have to deal with. And by that, I mean its damage. We have its perks, they can be enhanced. In the third, we have Repulsor Brace, Air Trigger, Archer's Tempo. Enlightened Action, Hip Fire, Successful Warm-Up, Loose Change. In the final column, Disruption Break, Destabilizing Rounds, Golden Tricorn, Kill Clip, Opening Shot, Precision Instrument, Archer's Gambit. Being a Void bow, that means the Void Kit. You can give it volatile rounds with grenades, prismatic, things like that. So it has that going for it, but one of the things that immediately jumps out is Repulsor Brace Destabilizing on a bow. But I'm not too sure that this is going to be the best role for it. Final blows cause nearby targets to become volatile. Defeating void debuff targets grants an overshield. And you've been seeing it in the gameplay. What has always held destabilizing back is the cooldown between the activations of it. The Volt Shot, it's literally after every final blow. You lock it in, you get Volt Shot. Scorch just wants more Scorch. You get Ignitions, it's even more powerful, even better. But this has that cooldown. And with that cooldown, you've been seeing it in some of the gameplay. One of the things I do like to do with destabilizing rounds is pair it with a Strand weapon. Because I'm prismatic, I can start volatile, get a final blow, spread it, get a melee final, and then my Strand weapon has unraveling rounds. Then there's this cool kind of combo of spreading volatile and spreading unravel rounds. It's pretty sweet, but you don't have to do it with this bow. I mean, this combination's been on a ton of things, from Elsie's rifle. I covered Mahes. There's Vouchsafe, the comp auto rifle, Claws of the Wolf. It goes on, and honestly, I think those are better. Now, if you do want one for, let's say, there's an overcharge that say bows are for champions, you do you. But this is one of those that I wanted to try. I wanted to see if it could get past that kind of just lightweight frame damage. I don't think that it does. But as far as destabilizing rounds, since it's there, again, we're talking about things to explore, what could be useful on this thing. I don't mind successful warm-up, like ever, on a bow. And you kind of see this perk on and off when it comes to a bow. So it's on this one, so it's worth using. For 6 seconds, you get about a 38% decreased draw time. And what's cool about it, after you get kills, it keeps on adding 4 seconds. You get a max of 20. So as long as you're getting final blows with it, you're going to get the faster draw time. So since it's there, I would honestly take that over Archer's Tempo. That gives a 25% draw speed just for 3 seconds after you land hits. Like if you're getting final blows and it's drawing so much faster, I would go for this as your main draw speed in the left column. So that with destabilizing rounds, that with Golden Tricorn. And as far as the damage perks, I mean, technically destabilizing kind of is because it's spreading some damage and you can hit the volatile for more damage, but destabilizing, Kill Clip, Golden Tricorn, Precision Instrument. Some are going to be happy with like Archer's Precision Instrument on this thing. I'm really not, because again, that lightweight frame, I can't get past it. But Golden Tricorn is noteworthy because in PvE, how quickly you can get grenade and melee final blows. Getting this thing to 50% more damage isn't bad. But another one I want to bring up, if you didn't get Lithophobia, that one had some weird ones in the third. Permeability, Steady Hand, Slick Draw, Impulse. But it also has Successful Warm-Up. If you're using a strong primary kinetic, could be Warden's Law, could be Outbreak, Kvostov, Necrochasm, Wish Ender even. When you break a shield, it makes your kinetics deal 50% more damage, and this is something nice to have. It's a solo Lost Sector's best friend. It really is. So if you didn't get that other bow and you get a nice roll with Disruption Break, I'd consider it. And the shame is, if this was a precision frame or any other frame but lightweight, I'd be a little bit more excited. It's just that a lot of the things that it does, the other Void bow can do. Or if it's a combo like Repulsor, Destabilizing, just other weapons do better. So if you get some rolls to drop that look appealing, definitely explore them. Fit them into a build. Only you're going to know if it's going to work for you, but kind of from the top down, it's a little bit weak. Other strong things, I mean, we start getting into PvP a little bit with this too, but there's Successful Warm-Up, Archer's Gambit. First time we've seen this combination. It's on a lightweight, and most of the time, you do want to get your draw speed as fast as it can be, because at that point, you want scalars to take over. So getting successful warm-up, Archer's Gambit together. And remember, Archer's Gambit, you land a hipfire precision hit, 60% decreased draw speed. Extremely fast. You can keep buffing the duration up as you're landing hits. It's like this combo right here. And remember, once you land the first hipfire shot, you can start aiming down sights. So this is successful warm-up Archer's Gambit together. Yeah, it's pretty fun to play with. Or there's something like hipfire Archer's Gambit. And the truth is, when it comes to the hipfire on this thing and bows, it really does cater M and K, because with how controller works, you would think that, there's aim assist and all those things, but a lot of the time you could be on the head or close to the head and the game will just miss. That's not the fault of you or your own, it just misses. So if you get a hipfire roll with archers or with hipfire grip and you want to try it, go ahead. I mean, again, it's worth exploring, but most of the time I believe it just fails you. And getting in the Crucible a little bit, I mean, things like Disruption Break, it used to be strong. And I talked about it in the other video, but how it works now, the shot isn't enough to break a shield, so you can't even Disruption Break with it. Again, they place it in lightweight. If this would have been above, you would be able to, and your kinetic would deal 50% more. So, I mean, that's a good thing, really. Golden Tricorn isn't going to help. Kill Clip really isn't going to help. Opening Shot, nothing's really going to help in the Crucible. What it comes down to, you have two things. It would be some sort of successful warm-up or Archer's Gambit type deal. Do the hipfire, aim down sights, try to get the draw speed to 540, let the scalars take over from there. It could be strong, it could be fun. But most of the time, you're just going to be kind of plinking with a bow. You're going to be in a team shot setting, and if that is the case, in the third, archers, but honestly, successful warm-up. Because again, successful warm-up, you can keep adding on seconds if you get kills. And once you do get a scalar, once you start getting a fast draw speed, it's very noticeable. A lot of the gameplay I'm using successful warm-up Archer's Gambit, and I'm mostly just using the successful warm-up part. But it does pair with Kill Clip, it does pair with Tricorn and things like that. But I think the downfall of it is they did place it as a lightweight, really. And the restrictions they have on Void with the stabilizing rounds, all of it just kind of really hurts it. Most of the time, you're going for something like Elastic String to get it down to 540, and then go accuracy from there. Or even like Polymer String, that has no penalties. It actually gives you +5 accuracy. And remember, accuracy is essentially your range, right? I love the Fiberglass Arrow, it's +15 accuracy. But really, it's random rolls, you're gonna get what you get. So the first thing you need to do is find a combo that you like, and if you love it, start trying to focus in on the arrow and bowstring. And yes, they are enhanceable. The cooldown reduction on the stabilizing rounds is better. The longer duration of Disruption Break is better. Precision Instrument getting to 30% more damage instead of 25 is better. This one's going to be strictly to the player. And it's one of those things, we have so many weapons. A lot of players' vaults are full. Unless you plan on using this, it's probably just going to sit there dusting in your vault. So definitely keep that in mind. If that's the case, do your vault a favor. Don't even mess with it. If you are playing the activity, you will get rolls. Explore the ones that are worth exploring. Only you're going to know if it's going to fit within your build and playstyle. And as far as a gauge of should you just absolutely go for it, I would lean to no. Extremely player specific though. Only you're going to know. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Let's talk about the Fortunate Star down below. Does it complete any build that you've been playing? Does it make any build better? If so, let's talk about it. Let us know. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.